This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Welcome, everybody, to Between the Ropes here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Christy Bacon, here with Christy. How you doing this evening?
Doing good. Ready to talk wrestling because it's been kind of crazy.
It has been crazy.
Yeah. Especially as we're getting towards WrestleMania.
Some big announcements were made in WWE. Over the past week, we're going to get Rey Fenix on SmackDown.
Happy about that. I think SmackDown. Yep, SmackDown, even though I would love to see him reunite with his brother Penta, them reform the Lucha Brothers, and then wreak havoc through WWE's tag team division, but that will happen when the time is right.
Yeah, I think it will happen whenever that happens.
Absolutely.
Right now, I think they're going to show both of them as single stars, kind of show their talent.
Yeah, because they've each had success as singles competitors, able to do that in between being a tag team.
And then you also have Malachi Black.
I think he's going to go back to Aleister Black. He might. I mean, we'll see. But he did drop some clues that he's returning as well.
Yeah, and everybody's thinking, based on the last vignette he had, the SmackDown after Mania.
That's possible. I think that's possible. I definitely think that's possible.
Yeah. Monday, we're going to have the last of our international tours.
London this time for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Hello, London.
London hosted SmackDown last week.
He did. And that's Raw's turn.
Yeah. And did you see the main event segment for SmackDown?
I might have missed it.
It was with Seth.
Oh, yeah.
Punk
Seth,
and
Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Punk's main event in Mania.
Signing.
Yeah, contract signing. It's a triple threat, and it's CM Punk's dream come true. He's going to main event WrestleMania.
The question is, which night?
I think it's night one, because unfortunately by doing that, neither Jey Uso nor Charlotte Flair are going to main event Mania as they are the Royal Rumble winners. But this seems to make sense from a business standpoint. Roman, Seth, and Punk are three of WWE's biggest stars, and they should have the big spotlight on them. I mean, especially Punk, because this is what he'd always wanted, probably practically since he walked into WWE and started doing his thing. That was like his goal, probably from the very beginning, was main event WrestleMania, and now he's got it. And honestly, I'm happy for him.
But the way it sounded, this is my thinking, the way it sounded when Heyman was talking, he said, "You are closing the show." Made me think of...
Sounded emotional.
Well, it made me think of night 2.
Night 2, I think, is Cody versus Cena. If anyone in the chat can confirm either of that, just let us know.
But that's just my thinking.
I'm thinking night 1 because you want night 1 to end with a bang. And I think Cody versus Cena, if it main events night 2, will also end WrestleMania with a bang. So those are the two big moneymaker matches. I guess you could call it that.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting. So far, we have the matchups. From what I'm looking at, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are going to be on night 1.
I think that needs a stipulation.
I do too.
Or it needs to be a specialty type of match. Like Falls Count Anywhere.
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell. I mean, make that a Hell in a Cell match. That'd be freaking cool. Oh, Thomas is here. What up?
Hey, Thomas.
Thomas is here, and he says night 2 is definitely gonna be Cody versus Cena. So, thank you, Thomas.
Because the way it sounded, Paul was like, "You're closing the show." Which
he didn't say which night he was closing.
Yeah, but to be fair, that could be night 1 or night 2.
That could be. So if Thomas is right, then Punk, Rollins, and Reigns is gonna main event night 1. While Cody versus Cena is going to main event night 2. It's going to close up the show there. Like I said, they're probably those 2 matches there are probably going to be the big money maker ones.
Yeah, and I kind of see that too because there's something going around that the Rumble winners,
Jey Uso and Charlotte, they're not
main eventing.
No, they're not. And I know main eventing Mania is not a guarantee for a Royal Rumble winner, but we've had the Royal Rumble winners, like Cody, for example, did 2 years in a row. He main evented the show both times that he won. And Thomas is confirming what I said. It's Roman, Seth, and Punk are gonna main event night 1. So thank you, Thomas.
You have Cody versus John Cena, Stratton and Charlotte Flair.
Yep, Jey Uso versus Gunther. That's another one that I know not everyone's going to be happy about it. They think, just have Gunther retain because Jay's botching a move or he's slipping and falling on the mat.
Yeah. We don't know, once again, who's going to be in this match.
Yep.
All 3 might be in this match. But on Monday Night Raw, you're going to have Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. Winner takes on Bianca Belair. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, the thing is that Bianca's going to be the special guest referee, and she looked at Adam Pearce like he just looked at him like that's the craziest thing she's honestly ever heard. And I'm like, you know what?
I think
this is not. I don't think that women's match is going to get settled either way. I smell a DQ. I smell a DQ, and then Adam Pearce is going to probably look at Rhea Ripley and be like, hey, Rhea, you wanted a triple threat? Guess what? You're getting it. Mania, you 3, you're going to battle each other for that title. Yeah, Blackheart. Thomas, Charlotte versus Tiffany. Yeah, not main eventing, and my buddy Blackheart. Hi, yo.
Yeah, Charlotte and Tiffany.
It's not a main event. It feels like that whole thing is like Charlotte is just dominating that feud, even though Tiffany is the champion.
Yeah. Well, Charlotte's been beating her on the promo side.
Yeah, on the promo side, like Tiffany stumbled through the one promo, like she just couldn't like ad lib or anything like that. Blackheart's got a question: how you think Jey Uso feels about not getting the main event spot? He probably feels like crap. Rhea versus Bianca versus Io should be in night 2, according to Thomas. Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, you can make it like a co-main event. You can have the ladies, and then you can have Cody versus Cena after that. That should be your 2 main event matches right there for night 2. Yeah, it takes away the whole Royal Rumble path of Mania. I agree.
Yeah, and they should have changed it. Winner of the Royal Rumble gets a shot.
That way, at the champion of their choosing, which I think was the original concept, it just ended up turning into put them in the main event of WrestleMania against whoever they choose to face.
Yeah. But I mean, it's going to be a good match. I think maybe we're just losing sight of it. Who knows?
I mean, as long as they continue to build it up, we know there's going to be some filler matches, some grudge matches. We might get some surprises. Like, I don't know, maybe WrestleMania is where the Judgment Day finally just completely falls apart.
I can see whoever wins this between Cody and Cena.
Yeah.
Randy wants next.
Yeah.
Randy
I'm
wants
thinking.
next.
Yeah, I'm thinking Randy wants next.
And
people have been
not?
calling. Yeah, and I know people have been calling for. They think, oh, Randy should be Cody's next opponent, and they were calling for this even when Randy was out with injury. Like, oh, he's coming back. He's going to challenge Cody for the title, and then he wouldn't come back. But now that he's back, maybe if Cody retains at Mania and Orton has his match against Kevin Owens, that could be the setup. I don't know. Maybe if I had to guess, that could be a SummerSlam. I would say SummerSlam. Yeah, I'm thinking SummerSlam there. Build a nice little feud there between Mania and SummerSlam between Cody and Randy Orton. That'd be nice.
I'm thinking Backlash because it's going to be in his home state.
Oh, in St. Louis? Yeah.
That's where I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
What?
See.
No, the Royal Rumble winner always gets the main event of WrestleMania.
Nights, how can you not book that? Wouldn't see Stone Cold not getting the main event. It won 3 Royal Rumble. I mean, Blackheart's got a point there. That's a very valid point.
True.
Yeah, but you take a look at 2018, for example, with Asuka and Shinsuke Nakamura. They did not main event Mania, and Asuka went up against Charlotte, and Nakamura went up against AJ Styles. But that was when WrestleMania was one night.
Right.
Yeah. So this is not the first. I honestly don't think it's going to be the last time Royal Rumble winners are not going to get a chance at the main event of Mania.
Mm-mm.
And that's honestly sad, because if they win the Rumble, then it means they deserve the opportunity to do that.
Right. What do you think of the Street Profits
winning the titles?
Yeah.
It's been, to quote a famous basketball player, about damn time.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
I think they need to have
Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins got those titles. They've been going through different gimmick changes, and they've changed things up. BFAB's a part of their little group. They were teamed up with Bobby Lashley for a bit, so it's about damn time they become tag team champions again. I'm honestly happy for them. Let's see. Oh, Thomas. Well, the build-up for Jane Gunther has been terrible, which isn't the competitor's fault, but this doesn't feel like a main event match. No, it doesn't. And Blackheart says, I think it changed when some people's storylines wasn't the biggest one on the card. That's true. A fact, too. That's true.
And then Thomas is
their current music, because I thought their old music was actually pretty hot. That was good music.
It was.
And then the red cups falling down from the ceiling. I loved it. Oh, because it's not the main storyline WWE is cashing in on. Yeah, they're cashing on Blackheart. They're cashing in, I think, on like the whole Cena retirement tour thing is what they're really cashing in on, because that's really the thing that's grabbing. It's getting the most attention.
I heard this heel turn was going to happen at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't supposed to happen at
the Elimination Chamber. No, it wasn't. I feel like I heard Cena had originally wanted to turn heel 13 years ago in 2012, but Vince McMahon told him absolutely not. Absolutely not. A good point by Blackheart. If you're the cash cow, more likely you'll get it. It's true. But yeah, back to Cena. It was this heel turn. I've said this before, maybe Twitter and other places. The heel turn was 13 years too late. But it's because Vince said, no, cash cow, you're doing the Make-A-Wish stuff. You're the ultimate baby face. You may want to turn heel, but I'm not going to let you turn heel.
But maybe too at the time,
probably wasn't the right time.
Yeah, but I'm not there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't there either. I can only guess. Oh wait, this is a good one from Blackheart. But I heard Cody was supposed to turn heel at Elimination Chamber, but he declined the idea, which resulted in Cena turning. That does make me wonder. It's possible.
Almost kind of makes sense, because he's like, talking about the fans.
Yeah. Saying, I'm not going to give you what you want. You're all a bunch of toxic people.
No. With Cody.
Oh, with Cody.
I gave soul to these fans.
Mm-hmm. These people
it kind of leaned that direction.
Kind of.
And then he's like, well, Rock, here's what I really think.
Right. And Thomas is saying, I wonder when we're going to find out how The Rock fits into all this. Yeah, that's the one thing about it. It kind of got me curious, like, where does The Rock fit into all this? I know he and Cena both have big Hollywood careers and everything like that. I don't know where The Rock fits into this story, but maybe we'll find out at Mania. I have no idea. I mean, that's the one piece of the puzzle that doesn't fit right now.
He needs to show up.
He does need to show up. I agree. At least this week. You have if you want to have him come out, like, you can have him come out. Then again, I don't think he's in London for Raw tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure. Question from Blackheart: which Uce is yet to debut in WWE? Which Uce? And now Zilla Fatu, but he just became a dad. I saw a picture of him with his baby. I don't think it's him. Who else? Oh, God help. I don't know.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Which Uce is yet to debut in WWE? I don't know. There's so many members of the Anoa'i family that come into this company, and they all do their thing, and they're all great.
I know Roman's brother did.
Matt, yeah, I think it was part of a tag team. Jacob Fatu's currently there, and they've
No. Something Reigns.
No, wait a minute. Roman and a cousin Lance Anoa'i. I don't know where. I think he's.
Well, he
working different
kind
companies.
Of like an enhancement match.
Oh, okay. I think that's who I'm referring to. I might be referring to him. I don't know. I know one name that I know is another good question from Blackheart. You think Jacob Fatu and the new bloodline will side with The Rock? I mean, it's likely, but it looks like Jacob's kind of getting tired of Solo's BS.
I think we're going to get Jacob and Solo WrestleMania.
Oh, wait a minute. Thomas has one. It's Hikuleo. Haku's third son. That's the one. He's kind of a member of the bloodline. Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. But back to Blackheart on the whole Jacob Fatu thing. Jacob sounds like he's getting kind of fed up with Solo's BS, and he wants a shot at LA Knight and that U.S. Championship. So I think Jacob's going to stay part of the bloodline, and he's just going to tolerate, as long as he gets the title, and he'll tolerate Solo's, his BS pretty much. I think he'll tolerate it. But yeah, Hikuleo was one name. It kind of had it up here, but it just wasn't coming out.
No.
It's one I'm not super familiar with.
Let's see. Did you hear TNA dropped a title?
Dropped a title?
Yeah.
No.
They're dropping their digital media.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
I know they fired some personnel.
Yeah. Well, let's get with that. Right. Gail Kim is one of them.
Yeah, and that was the one that kind of upset me the most, because I've said this before on a show I did yesterday, was without Gail Kim, there would be no Knockouts division in TNA. She was the Knockouts division. Mm-hmm. She won that title 7 times in her career in TNA, and she was the superstar of TNA. She's in TNA's Hall of Fame.
Right.
And and right now I think there's a good number of questions. Where does she go? Since she's not, probably, if she goes to AEW, I'd rather her not be like an in-ring personality or be on camera. Because
I'm thinking back to.
Yeah, probably be backstage, I think.
No, back home.
Back home. Oh, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling up in Canada. Yeah, Scott.
No, I was thinking WWE.
Maybe
that could work too.
I don't know what her relationship with Triple H is. Thomas says something. The digital championship was killed off when PCO destroyed it at an indie show. Yeah, I think I saw the clip. And we were talking Solo earlier. Blackheart said could turn Solo face inside with Roman or be conjugal with them. That's another possibility on the whole bloodline stuff. But yeah, that digital media championship. Blackheart's gonna, well, with Gail Kim, TNA and WWE is still in that partnership, so maybe she goes back as a coach. Yeah, that's possible too. You know, anything is possible. It depends on what she wants.
Maybe some kind of authority figure.
Maybe.
Like, if now there's rumors of.
Oh, I got this one right here. She could be like a backstage producer, but if you want her to be on camera, she could be like an on-camera authority figure.
Well, if you're gonna have,
I think she can do both. She's good on the mic.
And you have a rumor of Nick Aldis want to get him back in the ring.
I don't blame him.
You could put Gail Kim as like an authority figure.
You could.
Manager of SmackDown.
Blackheart's got one. Legends contract or something. You know, that's another possibility too.
I'm sure she's going to have one soon.
Probably. I mean,
if not already.
Should make an impact on the business, no pun intended, by the way. I mean,
she already made it. But they're going to have a Legends deal, or not Legends deal, a new title. It's going to be like the International Championship, I think it is.
In TNA, yeah.
Yeah, and they're going to have a tournament.
Yep.
Where the final round is going to be on April 17th.
Ooh, so it's 2 days before
WrestleMania weekend.
Oh my God.
In Las Vegas.
Aha.
And it's going to be on their streaming
platform.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you see some NXT personnel.
You might. I mean, they've got some NXT. I think Ethan Page did TNA taping, or a couple of them at least. He was there. I know JC James crossed over. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson have crossed over there. So it's Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. You know, you get a good number of NXT stars just heading over to TNA to kind of see how they match up with these TNA stars. I know we had recently Cora Jade compete for the Knockouts title, which was retained by Masha Slamovich. So, yeah, I mean, it's good exposure for these NXT stars to really get some work in with these TNA stars.
Well, not only that, but WrestleMania week. You could say, and you're not going to be on WrestleMania, but you're close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good question from Thomas. Have either of you watched the video of Chris Bay walking down to the ring last week? I saw it, and I'm happy for him. I mean, I'm so glad because that neck injury he got. I mean, I didn't watch it, but I heard it was just absolutely horrific. But I'm honestly glad to see him walking again. I mean,
I am too.
Oh God,
it's gonna be a long road.
It is. It's definitely going to be a long road for him. I mean, if he's able to wrestle again, that's great. If not, you know, so hopefully he finds something else that he wants to do for the rest of his life. Exactly, Blackheart. Absolutely. I'm so happy. I am so happy to see him up. I was so happy to see him up and walking.
I think there's a position in TNA, you know, with what he can do.
Right.
Be a part of.
According to Thomas, he says he was given a 10 to 25% chance to walk again. Well, it looks like he beat the odds.
He at least had I think he's probably, I mean, it's going to grow. It's going to climb. But
exactly.
I think he's at that 25%.
He's at that 25%. I think he can only go up from there. As for what he could do, if he decides he wants to stick around in the wrestling business, he could be a producer, work as a coach, a booker, just whatever he wants. Blackheart says, you know what? TNA/WWE should do the Worlds Collide shows part of WrestleMania weekend instead of Stand and Deliver. I'd watch it.
That would be a bad idea.
I'd watch it. I would definitely watch it. That would be. I mean, the Worlds Collide shows were fun.
And a lot of people have suggested that when they had this partnership originally, like when it was in the works, they thought of this too.
Yeah, but Thomas says the Veil at the Silverton last week was standing room only. Oh man. But hey, the lucky people got to see Chris Bay on his feet walking, and that's awesome.
That is
very awesome.
it's good when wrestlers or in wrestling organizations help others.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think they started like a they started like a GoFundMe page to help raise money to help with Chris Bay's medical expenses, because I'm sure it was told, surgery and and the physical therapy and rehab was going to cost a ton of money. And thankfully, fans, friends, colleagues all chipped in through this GoFundMe page to really help him out with that. And that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Blackheart.
And
That'll
going
help
back
both
to the
NXT and TNA in the same weekend and begins the yearly paper. Hey, I'm all for it. But Thomas goes, FSW kind of has a Worlds Collide show last week, as there were WWE, AEW, and TNA. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a bunch of.
I gotta keep up with this stuff. Guys like Thomas have way more info than someone like me does.
Well, I know one from WWE, Karrion Kross. He was there.
Yeah. I think I saw a picture
there, but
I think I saw a picture of him and Scarlett were at this event, so I'm sure they got to see all that stuff.
And if you went to Kross's X or Twitter, he had his new theme song that he was using for that show.
That should be interesting to listen to.
Maybe he'll use it in his in-ring debut. Debut.
Yeah, probably.
On AEW side, Paige is no longer with the company.
Saraya, nope. Her contract expired. She just released a book. I think she's launching a podcast. And she talked about this. More info from Thomas on that show. Swerve was in the building. Ricochet wrestled Rich Swann. Yes.
Well, they were dancing a little bit.
Yeah, but still, it was. But even to see Swerve showing support for Chris Bay, that's awesome as well. That is awesome. And, by the way, congratulations to Ricochet. He and Miss Samantha Irvin got married. So, absolute best wishes to the newlyweds. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
And now, definitely Blackheart. That was interesting to hear Swerve being there and Ricochet having a match against Rich Swann. So, according to Thomas, Cross took out Hammerstone. Okay, that's a good. Hammerstone's good. He's a good one. This Blackheart man, F Ricochet. If you saw Swerve's tweet, he said, if I hadn't had to deal with Moxley last week, I would have crashed this instead. He would have crashed Ricochet and Samantha's wedding. Oh, God. That would have been hilarious, actually.
It'd be funny.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here, and then you hear, whose house?
It'd be even funny.
I would have Kenny was supposed to. Swerve was supposed to face Kenny King, but Swerve wasn't medically. What happened? Was it because of the eardrum thing, Thomas?
Probably.
It probably was, yeah, because Mox hit him, I think, with a crowbar, or he hit him right near his ear, hurt his eardrum. I'm like, oh my God. First Cody, now Swerve. What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with these guys? Don't hit him near the ear.
Would be cool if, just to lighten the mood, you get Archer there.
I still like my idea better. The preacher goes, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today, and then you hear, whose house? And Swerve comes out. It goes, my house. Or something. Yes, the eardrum, Thomas. That was that. Oh, Blackheart said, pull up with the beer truck on some Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah. Better you just make it like the champagne. Like that.
Yeah. Or you get like a cannon for cake or something.
Do I tell everything, the frosting, the whole 9 yards? That's too good. AEW. Let's go back to AEW.
There you go.
Saraya. I mentioned she has the book. She has the podcast coming up. She did an interview with Busted Open Radio. She did talk about, she just didn't fit in there anymore. I mean, and it's understandable. You got some new. Tony Storm has become a huge star 4-time women's champion. Her opponent for Dynasty, Megan Bayne. I mean, it looks like they're going to strap the rocket to her and then just going to shoot her straight to the moon.
Yeah.
Yep. You've got Penelope Ford coming back, and it looks like her teaming up with Megan Bayne is proving to be a good thing. She's getting more camera time, more time in the ring. And it just looks like Saraya just doesn't fit into the equation. And she said, I think in the interview, she said she was feeling guilty that she was taking a spot from somebody who actually deserved it. So there's that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. And we got.
And did you hear what?
Oh. Did I hear what?
What happened? No, go ahead.
I was going to mention the Owen Hart Cup tournament, and I pulled this action figure out of Will Ospreay. He's one of the entrants in the tournament. They're doing this sort of thing. I don't know why, but it's reminding me of when WWE stars would announce they're entering the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
I'm announcing that I'm entering the Owen
again.
Hart Cup tournament. Ospreay did it. Hangman did it. Switchblade Jay White did it. On the women's side, yeah, I think it's Chris Statlander is in it. I think, yeah, Mercedes Moné announced she was entering the tournament. Blackheart, what do you mean did I steal this? I bought it. This is my Will Ospreay figure. I bought it. I paid good money for this before a lot of the morons end up buying this by the bunch and start selling it for outrageous prices on eBay. This was like $60. Plus, it's like 50 some odd bucks plus shipping and handling. I love it though. This is from All In 2023, by the way.
So,
okay,
on April 18th,
the
WWE is going to have their Hall of Fame. Here's who we have so far, or who's inducted, I should say. We know Triple H.
Yes.
Michelle McCool. Lex Luger.
Oh yeah, long overdue for him. That's for sure.
Earthquake and Tyrone.
Natural disasters.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're doing something special this year. A match.
Memorable matches get inducted.
The immortal moment.
Yes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
Going up against Bret Hart.
Yep.
In WrestleMania 13.
Yes.
No disqualification match. And special guest referee.
Yep.
Was Ken Shamrock, who's rumored
that officially makes Bret Hart a 3-time WWE Hall of Famer. And one thing Blackheart said, yeah, the 5-finger discount. Oh God. Referring to my Ospreay figure. Oh yeah, Thomas, I agree. Yeah, he wishes the Hall of Fame wasn't so damn expensive. I mean,
yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I just wish WrestleMania wasn't so expensive. Period, because I would like to experience that at least once in my lifetime.
Because here in where I'm at, it'll be midnight. I'm good. It'll be 1 o'clock for you, right?
No, it'd be 11 o'clock for me. Oh. I'm one time zone behind you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Blackheart saying I ain't paying $50K for WrestleMania weekend meet and greets are $5,000.
I know some of them are like $500.
I've seen some of the prices on that. I'm like, are you insane?
Yeah, it has to be someone really, enticing me. To,
yeah.
For that.
I was talking to my dad about this, and even he was in agreement that the prices for ticket packages for WrestleMania are outrageous.
You're gonna have to convince me why I should go. I don't know.
I thought because it's Las Vegas, I'm like, okay, I could do this, and then I realized, no, actually, I can't. It's way too expensive. Oh, that's why you're going to WrestleCon, Thomas. Okay. Hey,
now
there you go. I mean, WrestleCon sounds like that's less expensive than WrestleMania. And I thought Super Bowl ticket prices were ridiculous. This WrestleMania takes the cake right now.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh man, yeah. I was going to mention the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Wednesday they're going to announce the brackets. I'd rather go to Wally, man. Wally the rapper, he has his own event called Wally Radio. But then again, that does sound like a lot of fun, though.
It does.
It does. It does.
Let's see.
Crazy. NXT.
Yeah, NXT.
We have a double champion. Her name is Stephanie Vecker. Defended both of her titles. Looks like Jordynne Grace is going to be the one to face her for the NXT Women's title. Who do you see facing Stephanie for the NXT Women's North American title? Or do you think they should do like a battle royale for that one?
They'll probably do a royale.
Probably, because it seemed like if you watch the ending segment of NXT, I mean, poor Ava was getting hassled by a lot of the women, like Kalani Jordan, Jordynne Grace, Sol Ruka. I think a good number of women were all like telling Ava, "Hey, I want a shot at this. I want a shot at that," and the decision's got to be made.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, how many weeks is until WrestleMania?
It's about 3.5. You Stand and Deliver, I think, is the early morning or afternoon.
Yeah, it's going to be like 9.
Like before night one of Mania.
Oh, it's going to be
like. I know you
want
to go to Wally Mania Blackheart.
It's going to be like 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, something Vegas like that. Time. I'm like, great. You want me to wake up for that?
That's what I heard the other day.
You don't want to do it on I mean, I guess they're just limited by what day you could actually air this on. You can't air it on a Friday. You have the SmackDown before Mania happening. You can't do that.
Well, not only that, but WrestleMania takes forever.
It's me. It's going to be me. Oh, my God. Yeah. NXT Stand and Deliver. Oh, God. It's hard for me to even get out of bed sometimes, even to watch wrestling. It was hard for me to get up in the morning, even to watch All In. This is coming on at 11 o'clock in the a.m. over here in Montana, where coming on noon for you in Texas. And then it's all the way in like early afternoon going into evening in London. So,
yeah. You know, it's funny.
I mean, even though it's going to be in Vegas still, I'm still going to feel like, I need my coffee before I watch this event.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just me with a big mug of coffee.
You know, it's funny. We kind of started with London. We're kind of
right
at this point with London.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk's last match
mm-hmm.
was in London.
Right.
His first, time in London.
Yeah.
In WWE was this past week.
Right.
Talking about main eventing WrestleMania. So that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. It is. And we got Raw happening. One of the big things happening on Raw in London tomorrow is going to be Cena and Cody. I think they just need to let these two just let loose. I mean, I feel like with the past two promo battles I've watched on Raw myself, I feel like Cody and Cena have been holding back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to tell you you want me to answer? Who sings? Yeah, it's me. It's In Sync, Blackheart. It's gonna be me. It's In Sync. But no, I feel like Cody and John Cena need to just let loose. They really do. Take just let them go at it. Like, have them insult each other to, I don't care how long the segment goes. Just have them insult each other.
Well, I think they're probably going to do that tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Remember that.
If they use any curse words, don't censor it. Don't censor it. That's the one thing I'm giving WWE and Peacock credit for when Cody made his decision on whether he sells his soul to The Rock. He says, "Ray Rock, go after yourself," and they didn't bleep it not once.
They did. I mean, they did the.
Well, when you're watching on like YouTube and WWE's TikTok account, yeah. But if you rewatch it, like if you go on X, for example, they still have it where it's not censored. Oh, Thomas says Cody's come down to the ring dressed for a fight like his dad used to do. Yeah. I mean, again, Cody wants to look professional with the suits, but it's maybe better if Cody just takes Thomas's advice or just come down to the ring dressed like he's ready to beat the crap out of somebody like his dad used to do. Black Stick is gonna be me, Stephanie. Oh my god!
There you go.
There you go. Oh my god! I'm sorry. Sorry. But yeah, Cody, ditch the three-piece suit. As nice as they look, put them in the closet for tomorrow. Just put them in the closet. Don't wear it.
Play Rocky music in the background or something.
Yes.
Make it into a boxing match.
Wouldn't have Brandy going, Cody going, Brandy! Like Rocky says, Adrian. The time to suit up is over. No, Thomas, good one. The time to suit up is over. It's time for a fight. Yeah. It's time for a fight. Oh, sorry. Whew. Boy, this is too much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of good stuff out there this week.
There's a lot. Exactly. I mean, we're getting up an AEW Dynasty coming up in Philadelphia in a couple. That's actually 2 weeks before Mania. Oh,
yeah, and they're moving on.
Cody and the Rocky montage will be classic.
Yeah,
we can't have Cody running up to the steps of that museum like Rocky used to do in the first 2 or 3 movies, I think.
And a lot of
running up Flamingo Boulevard. Sorry. Oh, you guys are killing us with the comments here. Keep it up. Keep it up.
No, but AEW has been moving around their programming lately.
They have been. I mean,
to avoid WrestleMania.
Yeah, to avoid WrestleMania, and also they've been letting the women main event Dynamite, and I think Collision as well. And I think they've done nicely, even though, I think some people would say, oh, viewership drops when the ladies are wrestling. Well, if you see how, I don't know about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Dynasty is next Sunday. Yeah, April 6th.
Ooh.
Let me take a look at me. I got my phone here. Yeah, next week, actually. The only reason I said 2 weeks before Mania because it's April 6th and night 1 and 2 or 19th and 20th of April. Why you have Easter on 420 day anyway.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I had also that week of Mania, you have the Slammies coming back.
Yeah, and they got the website up where you can vote for. I think there was one. I know it. I haven't voted yet, but I know who I would be voting for Best Breakthrough Star.
So I have the nominees.
Mm-hmm.
Female Superstar of the Year.
Ooh.
You have Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Nia Jax.
Oh God.
Tiffany Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Green. And Io Sky. I'm probably gonna go Chelsea Green on this one.
Yeah, I think it's Chelsea.
Yeah.
You need a Slammy Blackheart? Really?
Same category, but going to the men's
side. Who are the nominees?
Cody Rhodes.
Dear breakout star Blackheart.
Roman Reigns. Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk.
Right.
Damian Priest.
Mm-hmm.
Drew McIntyre. Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
And Seth Rollins. It's gonna be between CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Cody.
I'd probably go Cody. Although Thomas disagrees with us on Female Superstar of the Year, he thinks it should be Liv. Though he does agree with us. He does agree with me on Cody for the guys.
But I think Jey Uso might win this one.
He might. I mean,
and this one,
yeah.
Huh? This one is.
Go ahead.
This one is memorable entrance. Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Jey Uso on Raw on the Netflix debut
with
with Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. Ugh.
Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yep.
The Rock at WrestleMania.
Oh boy.
Bailey at WrestleMania. I don't remember that one, but okay.
That wasn't too bad, but I don't remember much of it.
Randy Orton at Bash in Berlin.
Ooh.
Seth Rollins at Mania with the Philadelphia band.
Oh, okay.
Sami Zayn in Montreal with Jey Uso.
Oh yeah, that was a good
Sami
one.
Zayn at WrestleMania with Kevin Owens and Chad Gable. Logan Paul at SummerSlam with MGK.
Machine Gun Kelly, yeah.
Dominic Mysterio at WWE Bad Blood with Liv Morgan in the Lowrider. Or Drew McIntyre at WWE Clash at the Castle.
I'd probably go Cody's entrance at WrestleMania 40, the one where he came in and he was wearing the mask.
Yeah.
That was, that mask, oh yeah, that was, I think I freaked out when I first saw it, but I was like, oh, that is cool. That is really cool.
What is your OMG moment of the year?
OMG moment of the year.
Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns match finish at WrestleMania. Dominic Mysterio turning on Rhea Ripley
and kissing
with Liv Morgan at SummerSlam.
Yuck.
Kevin Owens turning on Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes in October. New Day turning on Big E on Raw.
That was more heartbreaking than anything.
Yes. Tiffany Stratton, Money in the Bank cash-in. Nia Jax on SmackDown.
Wow.
Damian Priest, Money in the Bank cash-in on Drew McIntyre at Mania. The Wyatt 6 debut. That might win for...
Maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
Braun Breaker speaking... Braun Breaker spearing.
Oh, spearing.
I Show Speed at Royal Rumble.
That was hilarious. That was more funny than anything.
Well, I think it was an OMG moment because of how quick and
it did.
How good I Show
Breaker
Speed.
Breaker builds up the speed for that spear. It's like, get the hell out of the way. But it made
and
me too
how
late
I
to
Show Speed,
even think about it. Yeah, I Show Speed should have been like, but
and how he sold it afterwards.
Oh, he sold the hell out of it. I laughed. I couldn't believe it.
Bronson Reed hitting a tsunami on Braun Strowman onto a car. John Cena turning on Cody at Elimination Chamber.
That's Blackheart's choice there. Is this the heel turn?
Yeah. Roman Reigns.
The inner podcast title was shocking. Blackheart. Oh, jeez. It was unexpected. I will admit that.
Roman Reigns returning at SummerSlam.
That was actually pretty cool in my opinion.
Io Sky beating Rhea Ripley to become the women's world champion on Raw.
No, it was more head scratch. Me personally, I think that was more of a head scratcher. Like, wait, you're what? That doesn't make sense.
Who is your faction of the year?
Oh, in terms of OMG moment, I'm gonna go with Blackheart on the Cena heel turn because that was very unexpected.
Yeah. It was.
And then it pissed me off afterwards.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, oh my god, no! They're like, I wanted to do that. I was like, oh, you wanted to get nasty, Cena? Here! Next category.
Yeah, who's your top faction?
Top faction?
Faction of the year.
Oh, faction of the year. I would have said Wyatt 6 had they managed to be presented more on TV and have more screen time. But I think Bo Dallas, aka Uncle Howdy, got hurt, so they've kind of stepped away a little bit. They are starting to creep back in a little bit. I think they did some vignette videos during, I think, a couple of Alexa Bliss segments, I think. So
yeah, they should be back.
I think the Wyatt 6 is going to be coming back.
Yeah. So the faction of the year nominees. are the OG Bloodline,
Right.
the new Bloodline, Judgment Day, which iteration, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think it matters which iteration. I don't like either one.
Well, then you should have said the Bloodline. Or
I
they
should
should
have
have
said
said
the OG Bloodline. I mean, yeah.
You also have American Made.
Oh, God. Are you completely convinced that's Chad Gable in a luchador mask?
So somebody put on social media that I think Sami Zayn should come back as a
El Generico.
and have one
Black
more
Girls is really not much factions in WWE. I mean, yeah, but by default, he says Bloodline. I'm gonna go with that. So,
the new one or the old one?
Oh, I'm gonna go the OG Bloodline. I'm not doing the new one. I don't like Solo. I don't like Solo's character as the head of the new Bloodline.
Right. Yeah. Oh, there's more. What about Tag Team of the Year? And this is both men and women.
Right.
It's just one in one category.
Okay.
So just who's your top or favorite tag team?
Okay.
DIY. The Awesome Truth. A-Town Down Under. Jade and Bianca. Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh.
That Bloodline. New Bloodline, I should say.
Well, I mean, Blackheart's going a toss-up between Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. I definitely would I'm more leaning towards Motor City Machine Guns, if I'm being honest.
You also have the War Raiders.
I mean, I like them too.
The Judgment Day.
Oh dear God, it doesn't matter which one.
Street Profits.
I mean, I love the Street Profits, and I'm glad they're champs, but I'm still going with Motor City Machine Guns.
And Liv and Raquel.
Ugh.
Who are the top rivalry of the year?
Rivalries?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Well, I know we had Roman versus Solo.
They have Roman up there, but against Cody Rhodes.
Right, that was another really good one. I hope that's profiled on the A&E show WWE Rivals, because I would watch that in a heartbeat, because I really want to see the story, how they built it up and everything like that.
So you have CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. That was another good one. That might be the winner because it dragged out the entire year. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes.
That's a good one.
Liv Morgan and Rhea. Damian Priest and Finn Balor.
Not bad. Kind of iffy on it.
Yeah. Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes.
Alabama Slam.
Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton.
I didn't think much of that.
Friendship.
More of a friendship than a rivalry until Tiffany cashed in and won the belt.
Yeah. And Bloodline versus Bloodline.
Well, I'm going to go Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, even though Blackheart is saying Punk versus Rollins, which should have been on the list, because that rivalry runs really deep.
True.
And these are two men. No, if this is not CM Punk versus Seth Rollins is who's in the ring. Outside the ring, it's Phil Brooks versus Colby Lopez. Outside the ring, because in and out of the ring, they don't really care for each other.
Did you hear about Seth Rollins' ethnicity and all that stuff?
What about it? Oh, Thomas says toss it between Punk and Drew and Liv versus Rhea. The Liv versus Rhea rivalry to me got old pretty fast, especially after Liv, got to Dominic and then, started helping her on. I'm like, I'm tired of this. I'm done.
All right. Is there anything else on? Let's see. NXT Superstar of the Year.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Obafemi. Roxanne Perez. Trick Williams.
Whoop that trick.
Ethan Page.
Ooh.
He has an ego.
Yeah, of course he does.
He's nothing but ego. He's all
Nothing
ego.
but ego. That's all he is.
Julia
Mm-hmm.
and Kalani Jordan.
Stephanie Vaquer's not on the list.
I think she came in late in the year.
Oh, crap.
I think.
I was going to say her. I was going to say Stephanie Vaquer. If I had to pick NXT Superstar of the Year off of that list, I would. Well, Blackheart says Obafemi. I'm going to have to go with Obafemi because he worked his way up, became a North American champion. Now he's the NXT champion. He's unstoppable as far as I'm concerned. I mean, beast of a. I mean, oh my God. Everything. Parker. Miss Parker.
Yeah,
Thomas was going either Roxanne Perez or Obafemi. I picked Obafemi. I don't know why some people would say Jada Parker. Miss Parker.
I like Oba.
I don't like Obafemi. I mean, like I said, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast.
What is your match of the year?
Match of the year. Huh.
Here we go. We got Roman and Cody.
Roman and Cody, of course.
Punk, Drew McIntyre at Hell in a Cell.
Oh.
Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody and Seth.
Yeah.
At Mania. It was okay.
Yeah, that wasn't. I didn't care for it, but yeah.
Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam.
Oh.
Priest and Gunther at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
Gunther and AJ at Backlash. That was okay. The I Quit match.
No, that was AJ versus Cody.
Yeah.
That was the I Quit match. Yeah.
At Backlash, right?
The Backlash in Paris. After
that's the nominee.
The stairs. And AJ's like, no, I quit.
Yeah, that's the nominee here.
Okay.
That's
excuse me.
The men's War Game match in 2025.
Yeah.
Don't they mean 2024?
Yeah, they mean 2024. War Games has not happened yet this year.
Bayley versus Io at Mania.
That wasn't bad.
Sami Zayn and Gunther at Mania.
Sami Zayn versus Gunther?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gunther versus Randy at Bash in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
Rollins and Punk on the Netflix premiere. We already have a few for this year that could be match of the year.
True.
You can have.
Well, I mean, for me, match of the year would be a toss between Roman versus Cody, Night 2 of Mania, Punk versus McIntyre, Hell in a Cell, because, I mean, especially Punk versus McIntyre, that was vicious beyond anything. Like, probably one of the most vicious Hell in a Cell matches I know I've ever personally watched.
Yeah.
Thomas said 2025 that men's 2025 War Games match was a banger. Do you guys remember that? Don't you guys remember that?
Hey, I'm reading the nominees. It said 2025.
Just reading them. It's not my fault that there was like some typos and all that.
I'll respond to the editor, I guess.
Yes. That was nuts.
Now we have the WTF moment of the year.
The WTF moment. Here we go.
R-Truth calls Triple H Ciampa.
It's got to be the beard. It's just got to be the beard.
Maybe.
Has to be. They both bald heads. They both have beards. Okay.
Kevin Owens was notorious for his car interviews.
Oh, jeez.
Chelsea Green goes into the dumpster. Dominic Mysterio in the shark cage.
Oh, God.
ISO Speed.
Getting speared by Braun Breaker. Rumble.
That too. ISO Speed with Logan Paul at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
That was probably behind the scenes.
Okay.
LA Knight in Logan Paul's pool.
No.
I remember that.
That was funny.
R-Truth WrestleMania wrestles. R-Truth wrestles with John Cena.
Oh.
Rab.
Jeez.
Rabid noises from Tamatanga.
Oh god.
You know what
Yeah. Sounds like one of. It sounds like a gremlin. It sounds like a gremlin. It's yeah. There's one from Blackheart. WTF? Fatu multiple backflips to Strowman. Jacob Fatu. Oh my god. He's doing great in this rivalry with Strowman. It's so good so far.
You also have Jacob Fatu. I love you, Solo.
It looks like he's standing like this. It looks like he's trying to hold it in so that by the time they go to commercial, he can go to the bathroom. This is just the way he stands like this, his palms pressed together, and I'm like, wait a minute, are you waiting for the chance to go to the toilet right now? He looks like to me every time. At least now he's not doing that, and he's looking at his Solo like he wants to rip his head off half the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you also have the Wyatt 6 debut.
Yeah, the Wyatt 6 debut. Like the WTF moment. Oh man.
Now there's only 2 nominees for this category. Social Star of the Year.
A Social Star of the Year, okay.
You got Chelsea Green.
Jeez.
Which I think so.
I can't avoid her. I can't.
And
I go on X and that woman's replying to something like, take it down now. And I'm like, no.
Hey, she thinks she's a president.
Yeah, she thinks she's the president, and she's got Piper Niven and Alba Fire as her Secret Service agents. I'm like,
they should say
Secret Purvis. No.
At WrestleMania, they should say the First Lady of the Women's U.S. Championship.
Chelsea Green. Oh God.
Yeah,
Thomas saying Truth wins the WTA award. It does. It does. He's gonna get
also have Drew McIntyre.
Right.
And
he's always tweeting something, or I find him on my TikTok and he's showing off one of his cats. You know, like, this is my kitty cat right there. I can't do his ass.
And
your
nominee that you want to know about, the breakout superstar.
Okay.
Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Elvira Valkyria.
Mm-hmm.
Penta, which might win.
I think so.
Obafemi.
Yep.
Julia. Tiffany Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Fatu. Chelsea Green.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do the full.
No.
And,
Thomas is a good one. The First Lady of the Women's Division, they should introduce Chelsea Green as.
I like that.
Okay.
And Stephanie Vecchio.
All right, I'm going Stephanie. I am definitely going Stephanie Vecchio, though. Blackheart suspects breakout is probably going to be Penta and Stephanie.
Ooh.
Which I would not be upset about if it was both of them, but if I had to pick one, it's got to be Stephanie. I mean, who has managed to achieve what she's achieved so far in such a short amount of time?
That's right.
Breakout, yeah, it's Jacob Fatu, Penta, and Stephanie, according to Blackheart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, they're all not bad choices. They all. But then Thomas says, honestly, Penta hasn't done anything to be a breakout. I mean, just him showing up and creating a buzz and creating excitement, I think, is enough.
And
he has had some good matches. He wants that Intercontinental Championship, which it had ended in a DQ. I think it needs Penta versus Breaker. It needs to be a match at Mania. And if you have to throw Finn Balor in there, just do it. Make it like a triple threat or something.
But also, too, you have to think that when he came in, they're not thinking, fans aren't thinking, who is he?
Who is he? I think there's some WWE fans who do watch AEW or did watch Lucha Underground or CMLL. They probably knew who he was.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But it's not like one of those, superstars that come in and are like, I never heard of them.
Right. You have other promotions you can look to if you really want to find out about these people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew who Stephanie Vaquero was because she challenged Mercedes Moné, put the New Japan Strong Women's title on the line against Mercedes Moné at Forbidden Door. Yeah, Stephanie lost, but it ended up being a good thing because it got her attention from WWE, and WWE signed her, and here she is now.
But I think too that, I would understand if, because I don't, a lot of people don't watch New Japan.
No, I mean you have to, if you want to look up anything New Japan, you either go to their website or you try and find any match you can on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can do, but that's not easy for people to do. And according to Thomas, he says we're getting a 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Who's the third person, Tom? Who's that fourth person? I already mentioned Penta, Breaker, and I mentioned Balor. Who's the fourth one? Who do you think is the fourth one?
Finn Balor.
Yep, I already said Balor.
Oh.
Who?
Balor. Who else?
Penta, Breaker, Balor. Who else? Dominic?
I heard Dominic's name.
I've heard Dominic's name thrown in there. Let's see. Yeah, Thomas is with us on that with Dominic. As much as I hate the idea that, even though I hate the idea that little, getting even one opportunity. I mean, eventually, Dom's gonna is probably gonna put himself in consideration for championship gold at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Blackheart's saying the same thing as we are: is Finn, Dominic, Breaker, and Penta. If you're gonna do that, then who's gonna eat the pin?
Balor.
Probably Balor. Because it doesn't matter it doesn't matter which 3 pin him.
Yep.
Split up the Judgment Day. Yeah. If you have, if you have Dominic, if you have Finn eat the pin against Dominic, then Dominic becomes an Intercontinental Championship, wins that IC title, and the whole Judgment Day just starts falling apart like dominoes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. A Balor or Dom. Okay.
But I think that's all I have for today. Anybody else has anything?
No, as far as I know. I know there's definitely more stuff happening.
Yeah.
At least I hope on NXT they at least give Stephanie Vaquero a break. At least have her cut a promo or something, because I don't want to see her doing 2 matches in one show again.
Or have you can defend the titles.
You can defend one title one night, and you can defend the other the next night.
Yeah.
You could do it that way, but it's up to them how they want to do stuff. But oh Lord.
If Finn or Dominic wins,
Judgment Day will split.
Yeah, we'll split away.
Judgment Day will split slowly. If anyone else wins, they're splitting that night. So, wait a minute. If you have Liv and Raquel lose the women's tag team titles, that's something. Just no championship gold. Only one has the bigger championship.
Yeah.
And everything just goes. Everything goes like that. And thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
But any final thoughts, Christy?
Oh, just thank you. Thank everyone for watching. Thank you, Thomas and Blackheart, for the awesome comments. They were definitely fun.
They were.
And just stay tuned to Coast for all the awesome stuff, like On Deck, Entertainment Hour, you name it.
Yeah, we have a bunch of great shows. Thanks for tuning in for that. We'll be back for another episode of Between the Ropes. So with that, enjoy the rest of your week and have a great evening.
Good night.